I mean, are you kidding me at how gorgeous she is? Oh my goodness, you're so pretty. I'm just so excited to talk to you. You saw me stalking you on Instagram over the weekend, didn't you?
I did. I was like, who liked all my pictures? It was their 40 likes. I'm like, oh, let me check out this girl. Oh, look how sweet.
I know, I just thought you were so beautiful. And not only are you oh, and then I have to tell you too, I had to go watch NSYNC's Disney special because of you last night. Is
It's the best.
it is
It's
the
the
best.
epitome of 90s.
So I'm so first of all, you look amazing.
Thanks. So do you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so fascinated by your lifestyle. You look like you have such a fun and amazing life, and you get to be all of these people that we admire and love. Tell me how you got started, and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm originally from Philadelphia, and about 10, 12 years ago, somebody called my mother's entertainment company, and they said, hey, we're looking for something musical, something for my daughter's birthday party. She's about to turn 7, and she loves Britney Spears. So my mom's wheels got turning, and she was basically like, my daughter can kind of sing like her and dance like her. So basically, we put together this whole 45-minute show as Britney Spears, and that's where it got started. And from Britney, I've done Christina Aguilera, and then from Christina, I did Faith Hill, and now I do Taylor Swift.
I love it. And your Britney is unreal. I showed earlier, I showed some of your Instagram videos, and your Britney impression is unbelievable.
Oh, thank you. I've been doing her the longest, so she's my heart and soul. I love performing as her and trying to make my voice sound like her and all her dance routines. I still remember from 15 years ago.
I have a chat room going, and they are saying how beautiful you are in the chat room.
Thank you. That's so sweet. I got all done for you.
I know that. So that's one thing that I loved about your Instagram. You can follow people can follow you on Instagram. You're at Vegas Christina, and you kind of document the entire process. Do you have these costumes specifically made for you?
Yes, some I try to make on my own, but this one, which is really intricate and sparkly, I literally just got it like 6 days ago. So I was like, oh, a good excuse to wear my new costume. So yeah, but especially I also do Lady Gaga. So for the Gaga costumes, they're real extravagant and with these huge shoulders and crazy props and stuff. So a lot of those costumes I do have to get like specially made.
Absolutely. And have you ever met somebody that you've pretended or that you've impersonated? Have you ever met that person, and have they ever seen you perform?
Unfortunately, no. I
Not
wish I have.
yet.
No, not yet. Taylor, no.
Yeah.
um, I've seen Britney in the front row a couple times. I've won contests where I've gotten to sit in the front row to see her tour, so that was pretty fun. And I've been in front row to see Christina, but I've never actually met any of them yet.
You have met, which I loved. Obviously, we love NSYNC. Tell me about your Joey Fatone encounter. You've loved him since you were younger, and then you actually you got to perform in front of him, and then you got to spend some time with him. Was that exciting?
It was so crazy. I work this event. I'm also a go-go dancer, dancer in Vegas here, and I was working an event at STK, and they needed go-go dancers. So I did the gig for an agency, and there's Joey Fatone sitting in front of me eating dinner, and I was like, I can't believe I've been watching NSYNC and Joey Fatone my whole life, and now I am like performing for him. I mean, he was like not even barely looking at me, but it was still really cool.
Uh,
The people that he was with at the time, he was in Rock of Ages. So he was with the whole cast of Rock of Ages, who I know. So at the end of my set, I went over and I said, "Oh, hi, Mark," and said hi to everybody in the cast, and they said, "Oh, this is Joey Fatone," and Joey says, "Hi, I'm Joey," and I'm like, I know who you are.
I know.
My inner 14-year-old was screaming. Like, it was so awesome.
I
And
know.
we hung out, went to Marquee nightclub, and oh my God, it was so fun. It was just all these Vegas entertainers, and it was a great experience.
I love too. You're so sweet about your dad on your Instagram page, and your dad is very supportive of your NSYNC obsession to this day. You got to give your dad a shout out.
Yeah, Mr. Bill, woo woo. My dad was a DJ and an entertainer for years, and my mother as well. She was an entertainer. So they embrace my career and they love it, and they're always living vicariously through me, as they say.
That's awesome. So so you did, first of all, I can't believe you had to do 45 minutes of Britney Spears. I would be, after like 5 minutes, I would need first a Twinkie and a soda pop. I would like be like, I'm done. I give up. I was watching Amy Schumer and Trainwreck dancing. Like, I can't I'm not, that's not me. I can't do it. But 45 minutes as Britney Spears is amazing. But did you stop after that, or did you step away from the stage right after that and go, this is what I want to do? Or is this something that you've gradually built? Did you just know internally that this was where your destiny was?
Well, oddly enough, when we first started it, I had no idea what a huge business impersonating was. And once we got looking into it, it was like, wow, I can actually make a career out of this. And it was really interesting to see like how many impersonators there actually are out there. And it's a great small little business. Everybody knows each other. Everybody's so supportive. And, there's other Gaga impersonators, and we help each other out and give each other work if we can't do it. So it's just a very tight-knit community, and it's great. And I didn't think I was going to be doing this my whole life, but as I started getting more and more gigs and more gigs, I'm thinking, man, like maybe this is something I can really do full time. And that's the reason what brought me to live out here in Vegas. I moved out here about 4 years ago, and I love it here. I love
That's
it.
awesome. Are your parents out there, or are they still in Philly?
They're still in Philly. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
trying to get them out here
yeah.
eventually.
You've got to have your team out there. They sound like they're your team. You've got your mom in the
They are.
music industry. Your dad could DJ behind you.
I know. He used to be a drummer too. I'm like, Dad, come on, you can be a back, drummer for me.
Well, one thing I really loved about, and I don't know if do you put all of this together, because when I was watching your Christina Aguilera impersonations, you have the most phenomenal dancers. You have the most phenomenal bands. Does somebody else put this together and you're in the loop, or is this your world? Because you really are a superstar on stage, and everything is so well put together, and it's like it's better than watching Christina Aguilera, because you seem like a much nicer person.
That was so sweet. I do it all.
Oh my
I
gosh.
do I do everything from picking the dancers. I even learn the exact dance routine. So every Britney, Gaga, Christina Aguilera routine that you see is all original choreography. Like I just study on YouTube over and over and over again, and
Wow.
then I teach the dancers all the routines. So it's super fun to put it all together and get, dancers and props and costumes. And I try to do all of as much as possible. Obviously, with the costumes, some of them are a little too extravagant to make myself, but
Yeah.
I try to do as much as I can. All the agencies I get on my own, all the gigs I book on my own. I even book other impersonators as well. I have like Katy Perry, the girl that I book out here
Oh,
around
cool.
Vegas, and yeah, so I'm trying to get my hands in everything. This way, when I get a little older, maybe have a family, I can still, do this entertaining stuff and the agency stuff and still get my feel for the entertainment industry.
Yeah, and how does it? When I was watching your Taylor Swift impression, you have her body. You even have her body language down. Is that something, just watching footage over and over again? Because, just the way you would like throw your arm to the side or touch your chest, I was like, oh my gosh, she knows Taylor.
See, and I love that. Seriously, when you said that, when you say that, when anybody says that, it just makes my day. It makes my week because I work so hard in putting together those little idiosyncrasies that she does,
Hmm.
and nobody gets it but the fans.
Yeah.
So to me, like when I put stuff on Instagram and the fans say, "Wow, that was great," I'm like, "Yes, like I did it." But basically, yeah, I watch YouTube videos over and over and over again. As weird as it sounds, I look in the mirror and I do them. And when I almost like feel like her sometimes. And I obviously I know I'm not her. I know I'm not Lady Gaga. But when I'm on that stage, it almost like it takes over my persona. You know?
Right. And who do you geek out over? What's the best? Well, first of all, what was the first concert you ever went to? And second, what was the best concert you ever went to?
The first concert I ever went to was Celine Dion.
Yes.
Me and my mom My mom and I did not even have tickets, and we scalped them out front of the Wachovia Center in Philly. It was quite the experience. It was so fun though. But Celine Dion was my first, and my favorite concert of all times is Britney Spears when I was in the front row for Dream Within a Dream tour. That was
Oh.
when she did Slave for You and all her, like when she was in her prime in 2001. That was my favorite concert of all time.
This is probably a silly question, but I mean, I feel like I love some of these people so much that I get so emotional when I see them on the cover of Radar or something bad's going on in their lives because you spend so much time portraying these people. When bad things happen, for instance, what was it 2006 for Britney Spears? Like when bad things happen to these people, do you hurt for them, or are you like, I mean, I guess that's a. Do you hurt for them? Because I hurt for some of these people when bad things are going on in their life and we are reading about it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when Britney went through her shaving head phase, and you see that stuff, and you see also the way she used to be and the way she is now, and you can see that there's something different about her, and you want to almost get in her head and see like what happened. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure the fame and constant cameras in your face just all day long would almost do that to anybody, but it's sad, to see and to wonder what goes on in her head now as opposed to when she was in her prime in 2000,
Right.
but yes, it does for sure.
Here's a silly comment from the chat room. Eduardo wants to know if it hurt when you fell from heaven.
Eduardo! I
You
love
had a very Taylor Swift look on your face right there. Do you think it's the wig, or do you think you're just that committed?
Sometimes I'll do it purposely, like when she puts
Oh,
her
I
eyes
love it.
like that, like that's very Taylor. And
I love it. That is
just
so
sometimes
cute.
because I'm in costume right now, I kind of like tend to do it, and I don't even realize it.
That is so fun. And what about the wigs? Are the wigs an aspect of the costume that you have to have customized, or do you have like a vendor or somebody that you use on a regular basis that kind of helps you find specific wigs for specific people? I bet Gaga's got to be a lot of fun and a lot of work.
So many. I have so many Gaga wigs. Oh my God. I have one really cool one that has black on one side and like the blonde on the other with the bangs. It's so
Oh,
cool. It's my
that's
favorite wig
awesome.
to wear. But I actually get a lot of them off of eBay. Some I do get custom made when I was performing in Legends in Concert as Christina Aguilera. I didn't want to have to curl my hair every single night for the show. And her hair is very, very blonde, very white blonde almost. So I did get like a really nice lace front human hair wig for her. So I didn't have to curl my hair every night. But since doing Taylor Swift now, I've been having a really hard time finding the perfect wig for Taylor because her hair is a very interesting shade of brown. It's not real dark brown, but it's not blonde like mine. So it's an interesting shade that I'm trying to match. And I'm just talking to a wig maker now that's um, we've been going back and forth saying like I need the color to be perfect. So I want it to be like a real hair wig so I can curl it and do all the fun things like she does on a daily basis. So
Yeah, well, I love the wig you're wearing right now. I think it's awesome. What is the
oh,
most
thanks.
You're welcome. What is the most nervous you've been for a show? And what was it? Was it the size of the venue, or was it like it's your first time being X? Tell us about your most intimidating show.
The most intimidating show was definitely when I performed as Christina Aguilera in Legends in Concert. Legends in Concert is one of the biggest impersonator shows in the world. And I got the opportunity to perform in the show in Vegas here when I wasn't living in Vegas. So they flew me out here, put me up, everything. So I was in the show here for about 4 months, and then I traveled with the show. So I've been wanting to get into Legends of Concert for years and years and years and years, and constantly was submitting and auditioning. I finally got a chance to audition for them. So when I actually got on that stage and I had a live band and I had 8 backup dancers and I had a whole crowd of people, and it was amazing. It was so exhilarating getting on that stage and just having a blast, like performing as Christina. And she's one of my favorite to impersonate because I feel like I'm the most like her when I'm on stage.
Not only that, but you've got a very similar voice. Like, I was amazed at how similar you sound to her when you're singing. And you're really humble and sweet. One of my favorite posts you made on your Instagram was you posted a video of you falling, but it was adorable. You fell down, you like tripped down the third stair, but you stayed down for 2 seconds, almost like it was supposed to happen, and then you popped right back up. There was no hesitation. You continued throughout the song, and it was amazing. So if you are on Instagram, you have to follow Vegas Christina. Take a look at that video because it is sweet. I mean, and the fact that you posted it, it kind of gives us an idea of who you are, that you would post that, and you would think that it was cute too. Hapalia wants to know who your favorite person is to perform as, but it does sound like that's Christina Aguilera.
I love them all in different ways. Christina Aguilera, because I get to sing my heart out, and I really embody her because I love the way she's very much like me when I perform, or I'm really like her because basically she influences me, obviously. With Lady Gaga, it's so fun because I get to act crazy and wear all these crazy costumes and do the monster claw and not smile when I'm on stage. And as Britney, it's fun because I get to dance and just hardcore dance and do the oh baby baby voice, which is so fun. And do Faith Hill is also great because I just get to stand and sing. I don't have to worry about doing dance routines or anything like that. And now I love Taylor because I am loving her music now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like really studying all her lyrics, and it's really fun to just kind of be awkward like she is, and and kind of like use my skinny arms to my advantage.
What about? I see sometimes you perform with other people. Like you did like a dirty tour with a similar Justin Timberlake. Well, how often do you do that, and do you have favorites when it comes to that as well?
Actually, as Faith Hill, sometimes I perform with a Tim McGraw impersonator, which is really
Oh,
fun. So
yeah.
we sing, "It's Your Love" and "Let's Make Love." So that's really fun. And I have different Tim McGraws throughout the country. So if somebody needs one in Vegas, I have one I can call in California. And if somebody needs one in Michigan, I have one in Michigan.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but they're all my favorites. So I love performing with all of them. They're all fantastic entertainers. And yeah, I do perform with a Justin Timberlake impersonator. His name is Scott Jordan, and he does a lot of things with legends as well. And we do gigs as Britney and Justin, and as Britney and Christina. We did a gig in Miami last year. So yeah, you see a lot of the same people too, the same impersonators, as you do different gigs, and Elvises and Tina Turners. And actually next Monday I have a gig with a Tina Turner, Blues Brother, and Elvis as Lady Gaga. So
Oh,
I'm
how
sure you'll
fun.
see pictures on my Instagram of that for
We will.
next Monday. So.
Yeah, we will. And then when you do Britney and Justin, do you ever do the denim on denim?
I would love to do the denim on denim. That's like epic proportions right there.
We're gonna have to find you that costume. I'm sure it exists somewhere, even if even if it's just like in someone's closet, the back of someone's closet. I'm sure there's something similar. So Katy Perry is my favorite. I heard you say you have a friend that does Katy Perry, but why don't you do Katy Perry?
I don't know. Honestly, that's a good question. I don't know. I have to be really into and have a great love for the person that I'm impersonating. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not this huge Katy Perry fan where I don't think I would 100% enjoy it as much as I enjoy all my other characters.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and that's interesting to know that you sincerely do love these artists because it's reflected in your performance. Just to hear you say that now it makes a lot of sense why you're so good at it. I mean, you look just like Taylor Swift. You sound just like Taylor Swift. It's a lot of fun to watch you perform. And why were you just in Arizona? Did you just do something in Arizona?
Yeah, I was at the Phoenician.
Oh.
I did an event there. It was a private event. And they originally wanted me to do Gaga, and then all of a sudden the agent contacts me and she says, they're really looking for a tailor. Do you know of a tailor? And I was like, I I've been really wanting to impersonate Taylor Swift. I was like, let me see what I can get together with costumes and stuff. And at the time, I didn't have this fancy thing, but I put together just some costumes that looked like what she's wearing on tour right now, which was pretty cool. And I just put it all together, and that was my first gig as her. So all those videos that you see, those couple pictures, they were all from that gig.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm hoping to gain some more gigs as Taylor, to get some more pictures and more videos and stuff like that. So it's a it's a process that hopefully the more gigs I get, the more stuff I'm going to post, and I love posting all my shows and where I'm going to be and stuff like that. So definitely check my Instagram for all that kind of stuff.
Yes, and I have your Instagram on the screen as well as manyfacesofchristina.com in case anybody wants to book you for future events. Hopefully you come back to Arizona again soon. We've got real Taylor here, but I almost like you better.
Oh no!
We need to find you a Harry Styles, though.
What? Say that again?
We need to find you a Harry Styles.
Oh yeah, maybe. Or no, well now she's dating
Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris.
But he's not as noticeable. At least when you see somebody that doesn't look like they bathe very often, you're like, oh, that's Harry Styles.
Yeah, true. Any Harry who wants to be my Harry out there?
Yeah, I've got like 90 people that I'm looking at talking in a chat room that would love to. I love it. Well, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. You look beautiful, and hopefully you're going to come on the show again soon and talk to us about some other opportunities and some other exciting stuff going on for you.
Yeah, I have some big news coming up. I can't really say yet because it's still in the works and contracts are still being negotiated. But maybe next week I can come on and tell you guys where you guys can see me soon.
Oh, I love it. And you are so beautiful, and I greatly appreciate you spending your evening with me. You're my favorite Taylor Swift.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this. It was so fun.
All right, well, I'll see you on Instagram.
Cool.